Good morning, Maple Street Magnet School second graders. We are talking today about Rosa and Blanca, and I know that it says day 4 at the top of the screen, but that's okay. Whoa. Okay, we're jumping right into word wall words. I think that was in the wrong order, but that's okay. So you're going to say these words as you see them. Alone. Buy, like to purchase. Daughters. Half. Many. There belongs to them. Youngest. I am the blank child here. Think about the words. You ready to read the sentence?
Play ball!
I am the youngest child here. There are blank different costumes. Think about what that word might be. Shout it out if you know.
Let's see now. Something amiss here.
There are many different costumes. Rosa will blank her baby some diapers. Blow it into your hand. Release. Buy. Rosa will buy her baby some diapers. Blank Dad will cut the pumpkin. Blow it in your hand. Release.
Will you cut that out?
Their Dad will cut the pumpkin. 2 of these ladies are my blank. I should have put a picture of me and my friends in there. Blow it in your hand. Release.
You're such a genius.
2 of these ladies are my daughters. That's not true, but that's okay. The man is blank at the movies. Blow it into your hand. Release. The man is alone at the movies. This is one blank of a circle. It is called a semicircle. Blow it in your hand. Release.
Now I hope that'll warn you.
Half. This is one half of a circle. It's called a semicircle. So this is when the words are going to pop up. You're going to keep your eyes locked on the screen and you're going to try and spell the words if you remember how. If you need to look at your black writing folder, hit the pause button and then go get that and then you can come back over. Alone. A-L-O-N-E. Alone. Eyes up. Buy. B-U-Y. Buy. To purchase. Eyes up. Daughters. This is not a word you're going to have to remember how to spell on your own, by the way. D-A-U-G-H-T-E-R-S. Daughters. Eyes up. Youngest. Y-O-U-N-G-E-S-T. Youngest. I'm the youngest daughter in my family. Eyes up. Half. H-A-L-F. Half. In that word, you don't hear the letter L, do you? Ready for the next word? Eyes up. Many. M-A-N-Y. Many. Let's think about that word. The second letter in that word is an A. We don't say manny. We say many. So if I was in class and I would say, Luke, tell us why we think that that word might be pronounced many and not manny, I bet you that Luke would say we're going to blame that on the Anglo-Saxons. Eyes up. There. T-H-E-I-R belongs to them. I'll do it again slower. T-H-E-I-R belongs to them. Eyes up. Hey! There could be some repeat slides in here when I was building this presentation this morning. So here are some of the high frequency words that we just talked about. So this is going to be antonyms are opposites. So I'm the opposite of together. If I'm not together with a bunch of people, I am, shout it out, alone. I am the opposite of a few. The letter Y represents the long E sound in my name. like loose E. What word am I? You should have said many. I am the female child of my parents. What word am I? Daughters. These are hot peppers that are used for seasoning in our meals. Chiles. I mean having more good fortune than anyone else. You need to be this to win the lottery. Luckiest. Okay, a verb. We already know this. A verb is a word. It's an action word. If you can do it, then you do it. If you do it, it's a verb. You can show your parents that really cool video. It's on our Google site. This week we're talking about verbs that happen right now, or already happened, or will happen in the future. And you have done a couple activities on Seesaw already this week. Maybe only one worked for you guys, about organizing them into the different categories. So I will be playing is it hasn't happened yet. Or I played yesterday with my cat. It already happened. So that's the past. When we want to make something in the past, typically we add ed to the end of the word. Ed to the end of the word. The door opens. The door opened. The door will open. We are not practicing to play today. Sorry about that. Okay, so also this week we're talking about things that happen in a story. So first, next, last. We learned so much about transition words at the beginning of the school year that this is going to be pretty easy for you guys to remember this review skill. You won't be using this week, I don't think, for the story. But it's something to keep in mind that we already know about when we write stories. It's more powerful if we have transition words in that. And we started with opinion pieces doing that, but you can do that with your narrative. So the other day when I was writing the story about the gremlin that was living in my basement, I used words like, when my parents left, Tim, I'm pretty sure his name was, would peer out of the window, out of the door to see if anybody was home, and then he would start rummaging through the refrigerator. And when I got home from school, I had to pay the consequence for my gremlin misbehaving. So keep that in mind when you do some writing later this week. This is where there's a repeat, so let me just double check that I don't need to tell you anything else. Nope, that's it. So hop over to Seesaw. There is potentially a lesson for you. I think I put one out, but if not, on your remote learning plan for today, there is a link. I will pull that up so you guys can see that. So it's going to say you'll be doing a look back and write. You'll need to listen to the story again and then go to this link after you sign into Google Clever, because otherwise it won't work. When you click on the link, oh, I didn't put it in yet. Hold on a second. It's going to force you to make a copy. And I don't see that. Sorry about that, guys. So when whatever, it's going to happen. You're going to click on it. It's going to pull up a link and say, you know what? I can just pause this. Hold on one second. I'm back. With this free software called Screencast-O-Matic, I can't go back and edit things, so I apologize for any of the mistakes, but I'm already almost 10 minutes into this recording and don't want to start over again. So you're going to pull up your remote learning plan. That's funny that it says it's for Tuesday, but it won't. I will fix that. So when you scroll down, I put in some times because your parents were looking for more of a schedule for you guys today. So it's going to give you a link to Rosa and Blanca, and this is going to bring you right to YouTube. I'll pull it up real fast so you can see.
The great enemy of writing isn't your own lack of talent, it's being interrupted. Rosa and Blanca.
Okay, so there's your story. It's the same exact story that's on the Google site. I just gave you a handy dandy link to get you there faster. And then it's going to say look back and write. When you open this, it is going to give you this screen. You need to say make a copy. That way, my copy doesn't get affected by what you guys do. We've talked about that. Google Docs are live documents, which means when I type, you can see it. But if we're all typing at the same time, I'm not going to know who did what. So you just click make a copy. And I don't know why it's not letting me make a copy. Oh, here we go. And then it's going to say, look back at Rosa and Blanca. So you don't have a book with you, but in that video recording, there is page numbers. How are the sisters alike and different? Provide evidence to support your answer. Always think about the question before you do the reading, because it's going to, get your brain ready to figure out what's the most important part. So I would do things like, the sisters are the same, blah, 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 blah. Then maybe for the next couple sentences I write, the sisters are different because blah, 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 blah. You don't need to just use the information on page 462. If there is things that you already know, something that's different about the girls is that they are not the same age. Or if they were twins, like Jacoby and Lucy, you could say the same thing about Jacoby and Lucy is that they're the same age. You could say the same thing about something that's the same about them as that they're both girls. So think about that. Remember, you need to have a capital and a period. Do the best job with your spelling. Type it right into the Google Docs. So if I just clicked after this, I'm not going to worry so much about putting a lot of time and effort into changing my fonts, but you want to have that sentence starter, like how they are alike and how they are different. This is kind of a long video, and hopefully you're still with me and your parents are enjoying me singing along to you guys. I will be in touch.